to be together. That's all I really need to know. Is it real or make believe that keeps me thinking of you? If you've got time to walk with me, I'll show you how my heart is true. And here I stand, waiting for you. Tell me, baby, what I gotta do. Don't tell me that you don't feel the same inside. Don't tell me these are feelings that I ought to hide. Don't tell me that you don't feel the same inside. Don't tell me these are feelings that I ought to hide. Yeah, yeah. I've been waiting a long time, just longing for a glance from you. Yeah. A chance to look in those big brown eyes. No telling what my heart would do. Hey, when we met, I sure knew it felt as good as it could be. In that moment, though it felt so good, I wondered why you noticed me. If you gave me just a little time, it would sure ease my troubled mind. Don't tell me that you don't feel the same inside. Don't tell me these are feelings that I ought to hide. I don't care where you came from, just tell me where you wanna go. If there's a chance to be together, that's all I really need to know. Is it real or make believe that keeps me thinking of you? If you've got time to walk with me, I'll show you how my heart is true. And here I stand, waiting for you. Tell me, baby, what I gotta do. Don't tell me that you don't feel the same inside. Don't tell me these are feelings that I ought to hide. Don't tell me that you don't feel the same inside. Don't tell me these are feelings that I ought to hide.
Sometimes I'll be foolish. Sometimes I know I get mad. Sometimes I say the wrong thing to you that makes you feel sad. But one thing is true in all that So let me say, yeah, that every day I try to find the words from my heart to say thank you. 'Cause you take me as I am. You take me as I am. Oh, baby. If you stop loving me, well, I would understand. But I won't take you for granted, no, no. When you hold my hand, your love makes me feel that I could fly to the moon. Not even the birds above can sing a sweeter tune. I needed to say that you find a way to make me feel anew. And I want to say thank you, 'cause you take me as I am. Oh, baby, take me as I am. Oh, Lord, take me as I am. Oh, take me. Oh, take me. Yeah, take me as I am.
Well, I can tell just by the way that you're smiling that you're still unsure. And I can tell just by the look in your eyes that you've been hurt before. But baby, no one can promise you forever. Right now I only know that we should be together. Because it's now or it's never, so won't you take a chance on me? Well, it's fine if all your previous guys, they made you run away. You can bet you'd only have one regret, and that's if you didn't stay. Walk my way. 'Cause baby, no one can promise you tomorrow. But today you take away all of my sorrows. You know I'd beg and I'd borrow for you, so won't you take a chance on me? Right from the moment we met, I knew that I couldn't let my fear get the best of me. And every moment since then has proven time and again that we're exactly where we're supposed to be. Yeah. Oh, won't you take a chance on me? Ooh, oh, won't you take a chance on me? Well, I can tell just by the way that you're smiling that you're still unsure. And I can tell just by the look in your eyes that you've been hurt before. But baby, no one can promise you forever. as they made you run away. You can bet you'd only have one regret, and that's if you didn't stay. Walk my way. 'Cause baby, no one can promise you tomorrow, but today you take away all of my sorrows. You know I'd beg and I'd borrow for you, so won't you take a chance on me? Right from the moment we met, I knew that I couldn't let my fear get the best of me. And every moment since then has proven time and again that we're exactly where we're supposed to be. Yeah. Oh, won't you take a chance on me? Ooh, oh, won't you take a chance on me? My eyes are closed so long after the sun comes up. We do a dance in the dark, down the hall, pictures fall, even the neighbors call. But then you rip out my heart, every artery, a part of me. Ooh, it's obvious to me that you love to watch me bleed. But not half as much as I love when you leave. I hate to see you but I love to watch when you're walking away from me. Walking away from me. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I could be anything you want, I could be anything you need. Baby, tell me it's something real, and I'll give you everything. Every now and then we can smile, you know I can't help myself. They play around with me for a while, keep tearing me up until there's nothing left. Ooh, it's obvious to me. Yeah, you love to watch me bleed. But not half as much as I love when you leave. I hate to see you but I love to watch when you're walking away from me. Yeah, yeah.
a walk down Pico. Heard someone shout from a crowd of fed up people, getting told they should calm down. Didn't wanna fight, but the tears that fill their eyes are brought by the people sworn to preserve their rights. Oh, how could you not see it all coming? Stuck in our ways and running out of time to change. We've got to at least try. But what will they do when the people are stepping out of line? Oh, oh now, oh yeah. What will they do when the people are stepping out of line? By the ocean where we hit the ground, when just one block away shops were burning down. No surprise, the peaceful pay. We can't kick our feet up till justice takes its place. Oh, how could you not see it all coming? Stuck in our ways and running out of time to change. We've got to at least try. But what will they do when the people are stepping out of line? What will they do when the people are stepping out of line? What will they do when the people are stepping out of line? Stepping out of line. I wanna know when they're stepping out of line. Turned on the dime when I saw you walking by. Something about you caught my eye, yeah. Ain't trying to waste my time, just standing in your line. Gotta take a shot before you pass me by. So you wanna be alone for a minute? Well, come on, tell me what's on your mind. I wanna know what makes you happy. I wanna know, can I make you mine? Ooh, I wanna know if you know that I treat you right. I wanna know, can I spend the night? Well, I had my eyes on you for a little while now, but you never noticed 'cause you had a man. Ooh, yeah, and it's plain to see how bad I want you, girl. I'm trying to be much more than friends, hey. So you wanna be alone for a minute? Well, come on, tell me what's on your mind. Tell me, baby. I wanna know what makes you happy. Wanna know, can I make you mine? Ooh, I wanna know if you know that I treat you right. Wanna know, can I
Hello, guys. Hello, and welcome to the lower bracket match between Zero Tenacity and Pipsqueak+4. Here, I am Milan, and with me is my lovely co-caster, Zippo. Welcome, man. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great and feeling good. Thank you, Milan. It's first time we're gonna be casting together. Pleasure meeting you. And this is gonna be an interesting match. Like it's these two teams are playing for everything right now. There's a lower bracket, as you mentioned. We already have two qualified teams, which is I believe Virtus.pro and Navi. I believe one of them, Zero Tenacity, lost against Navi, and Pipsqueak lost against Virtus.pro, so they were, booted to the lower bracket by the qualified teams. So maybe it's just between the two of them to see who is the last qualified for DreamLeague.
Yeah, I mean, when you put it like that, we kind of have like final four teams. We have like another tournament in itself. Like as you said, Navi and VP already qualified, and now we have four teams left, like playing for the final slot. So whole another tournament to be played out. I'm not sure all is being played out today. Yeah, all is being played out today. After now, two lower brackets will be played simultaneously, and afterwards we'll have the final BO3 decider who will have this last out for DreamLeague, which I think is very precious, Zippo. Like this, getting into this DreamLeague, getting these points early on, getting the ball rolling, it's insanely important to each of these teams.
Yeah, I mean the grind just started, right? Like TI is over. There's a new page being written. Okay, last season is over. We have to start with strong, and I believe Virtus.pro is like a new team, so a newly formed team, and the other two guys that are playing for the lower bracket are Ovolus and Mouse, which are, I believe, also two new teams. So a lot of things to prove here. Zero Tenacity and Pipsqueak are, let's say, to put it nicely, like the lesser known teams, but they have taken games out of Navi and Virtus.pro, so they are not that much of the underdogs.
Yes, I can completely agree with you, but I wanted to also ask you, like, so we have Avalus, Mouse, and Zero Tenacity, a sponsor team. Like, how big of a role will it play that Pipsqueak is not a sponsor team? Will it give them this secret potion of power? Like, because if they make it to DreamLeague, some people might be sending emails asking.
Yeah, I mean,
what's up?
Yeah, I mean, especially at the beginning of the season, like teams are not really that locked in, so there's a lot of shuffle still happening, at least until the first big tournament it's on. Especially if you qualify for DreamLeague, that's big. But I also think that's maybe a little bit less of a pressure for Pipsqueak, since you don't really have sponsors to make happy. You're just playing with your boys and seeing if you qualify, you're good enough to qualify for DreamLeague. That'd be great. I mean, you always love an underdog story. At least personally, I do.
Yeah, I mean, I have recently worked with I've worked with a lot of players from Pipsqueak. Some of them more recently than not, and I think they're a great group of guys. And I'm not gonna have favorites, but since they are the underdog story, they are the only one non-sponsored in this whole tournament. Yes, 8 teams, they're the only one non-sponsored. So, as you said, we all love a great underdog story. So, hopefully they can show us what they're made of. And about Zero Tenacity, you said they are a little bit less known, but we know all of these players. They're kind of all high rank. They're all kind of showing promises, and I have paid attention to their games versus OG in the first round, and then Navi, and they did not look bad, to say the least. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I said lesser known. It's not that they're not known. Obviously, if you follow the region, you're gonna know that the players. They're obviously highly skilled and highly synergized. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. They wouldn't have won a game against Navi or against OG. They won 2-1 against OG, the newly formed OG. And I mean, I'm watching their drafts right now, what they're banning, what they're picking, and it's really interesting. Like they really favor that Storm Spirit, really favor that Invoker. You're really flashy players, really flashy games. There are a lot of aggressive. I mean, this region is known for being aggressive, but they exemplify that, which is always fun to watch. Like I know Ti was really fun to watch. It was hype. It felt like Ti again, but the games were a little bit slow sometimes. I think this region is going to give us really interesting matches. Like at least we're gonna have fun watching these two teams who, looking at their drafts, they really go for the aggression.
Yeah, they truly try to like make best out of scenario they're put in. Like especially Pipsqueak, they kind of push the tempo. They have Kari playing position 4, which is not his usual role, but he's a very talented player, and seeing him play on his heroes like Phoenix, like you can see that he pushes the limit. And I think that's like kind of a beautiful thing to see as observer, as a caster, as just players pushing the limits of like their signature heroes. And I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of these in this series. Like overall in Dota, when you're backs against the wall, like you tend to fall back on signature heroes, and that's when the players play the best, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the True Side documentary, it's always in the last game before the win TI. There's like, okay, what do you want to play? It's not like, okay, this is the best hero in the meta. This is what we were happening. This is the highest win rate hero. It's like, what do you want to play? What do you feel like playing? And so always falling out to comfort. I think it's the best strategy. Having been a little bit of a coach myself here in the South American region, because yes, I'm not from this region, but I've been following Dota since more than a decade. It's always the comfort picks that sometimes are better than just what's being played.
So, how when you were a coach, would you comfort your players if you were drafting, or would you try to balance it out?
I mean, I had this system where we figured out what the meta was in terms of heroes, and we had like always 2 or 3 meta picks for each player, and then 1 or 2 comfort picks. So you always have like 5 different options for each player. And if one of your players is like your whispers, your whatever, a player that always get focused on draft, then that player needs a little bit more of a hero pool. But obviously every player should play every hero, but those 5 were like, if I pick it, even if you have the losing matchup, you're going to do you're not going to maybe win the lane, but maybe you're going to do just fine, right? So that was my system. It did work decently, and yeah, I mean, I did, like I said, give them like 2 picks. They could, no questions asked. If you say this is a pick you're comfortable with, and this hero through and through, then yeah, I trust you, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's fine to kind of try to balance it out. You have to believe in your players, and
yeah,
more often than not, when you believe in them, they deliver. Okay, so we're soon gonna be getting into draft, I think. But could you let's try to make a one standout player for each other from each team. Like which team would you like to choose a standout player from, that we should like kind of put our eyes on? We can choose
I mean, to be completely honest with you, the only player here I've seen before. I mean, more than a couple of matches is Kidaro for Pipsqueak, and I believe Mirage from Zero Tenacity. So maybe after the first game, I can give you a better answer here. So let's just see what the mood is between the 2 teams. And well, the draft is moving really fast right now.
I mean, as we jump into the draft, we as you said, the players are very eager to play. We have been delayed just slightly, and we apologize for that. But the draft, the speed of draft often says that players are very hungry to play. And I'll answer for myself, for both teams, and for you and the viewers, to make everybody more familiar with these teams. I would say for Pipsqueak, Nande is definitely a standout player. The one game they... who did they beat? They beat the VP one game. Nande demolished. Like, you put him on this Morphling or some other hard carry, he can take the game by storm and like literally 1v9. And for Zero Tenacity,
10 seconds
I
remaining.
would agree on Mirage. I feel like he's a player like this typical spirit player or like a puck player that if he gets off on a good start, he can really dominate the game.
Yeah, he's been playing mostly Storm Spirit in 3 games and Invoker in 2 games. So he's one of those flashy, high APM players that you always love to watch. This is interesting. Like Centaur for a first pick is something that you don't really see that often. Like Centaur is something you're not gonna get taking that pick away. It's not like a high priority. So maybe there's just like a pocket strategy or something they've been practicing, or just a comfort hero they want to take out. So you don't give that much in the draft for Zero Tenacity. We've seen our standard bands.
Yeah, we have seen the Centaur mostly come out from like XG on the TI at this slot, and when you draft from second pick, it's kind of a vanilla hero that you can just pick. Like you pick a Centaur with like whatever classic Snapfire, Hoodwink, whatnot. Like they're probably gonna pick up Snapfire. Oh, it's Pipsqueak, so they're probably gonna pick up like a Phoenix, because the Scary or Lion, and it's just solid. It just kind of it's easy to draft from. Like they go for the Phoenix as mentioned, and now you have your offlane that's very hard to counter. Like some TA might come out. Some like Phoenix kind of covers a lot for the high physical damage that Centaur doesn't like, because he obviously Fire Spirit removes the attack speed. So all the super Centaur counters like TA, Sven, Troll maybe, like they all kind of suffer in lane against Phoenix. And now you put the ball in the Zero Tenacity core. Like Zero Tenacity should pick a carry right now, kind of by the book, but you don't really want to pick the carry so early. So now they need to find either their flex pick or their blind pick.
Yeah, maybe you wanna. They're basically forcing the pick here. Zero Tenacity going for Disruptor, and the only hero I was thinking of, that doesn't really care about Phoenix was Ursa. They just banned Pipsqueak banned it. So yeah, Central is going to have a really decent laning here. You can always go for something like a Draw Ranger or something that just harasses from a distance. Phoenix doesn't really want to trade that much to be won. And here comes the Underlord, 2 beefy, tanky offlaners here, a lot of auras, a lot of initiations. I really like also the Zero Tenacity support duo, because you have a lot of flexibility here. You can always pick a carry that, starting at minute 3, minute 4, can fend for himself, and Enchantress can start roaming, start pressuring towers. Disruptor as well, only with, maybe level 5 you can already gank mid. Underlord obviously with mobility globally. So this is turning out to be like a fairly early game aggressive potential draft for Zero Tenacity. And Pipsqueak just covering all their bases, like you were saying. The laning phase is really decently being set up here, and Center Warrunner and Phoenix are just really great at team fights. Like if you want to have a deterrent for the enemy team, you just pop up the egg, initiation, or going away or resetting with the Stampede as well. We have the Sven right now coming from Pipsqueak, and so Sven is one of those heroes that you just give him 20 minutes and done, right?
Yeah, I mean he is a very popular carry. And to mention, like, this sometimes happens in drafts where Pipsqueak, they ban the Ursa to cover Centaur and Phoenix, right? One of the best heroes against these two combined, but it opens for this sort of blind Underlord pick. Sven comes out, which is a decent hero against the Underlord, brings a lot of damage that like kind of counters the auras, but it does allow Underlord not to face the Ursa, which I feel like every Underlord player ever, if you have to ask them, they'll say I can pick Underlord into anything but Ursa. And now we'll see the Zero Tenacity with the 18 pick.
10 seconds remaining.
What will they go for? Pack is banned, often a very
5
traditional 18 pick,
seconds
so I
remaining.
think they will go for either a Storm
Dire
Spirit,
team banned.
as you mentioned before, or a carry pick like this, like the Nakes. Like I like this a lot. Like Troll or Nakes, you see the Sven, you want to get a really good carry matchup. Nakes is also pretty good. Like after Dusa, probably one of the better heroes into Centaur and Phoenix. It's still not gonna be an easy lane, but overall fits
5
the scheme
seconds
pretty well.
remaining.
It fits the archetype of hero that you can leave alone, starting before minute 6. So because and in this meta you really like to roam as a position 5, and especially for the power rune at minute 6, the shrine at minute 7, and try to play aggressively. So life stealer can just chill in the jungle a little bit, or chill under tower, just
10
leave a ward
seconds
there,
remaining.
and he's set up. I continue to like
5
a
seconds
lot
remaining.
this draft from Pipsqueak, because Warlock and
Radiant
Phoenix, that
team
those are
banned.
just huge team fight potential, huge team fight reset buttons. And Warlock also, he can take towers really really fast. Like you get to that level 6, and if you get the fastest of the Grimoire, you get level 6 before anyone else, and just start taking
10
towers.
seconds
Like
remaining.
just 3 points on your healing, one
5
golem,
seconds
you
remaining.
just pop it in mid and open the map like that. And it's also like a really decent way to be with Sven.
Dire
Underlord
team
is going to
banned.
harass you a lot with magic damage, so Sven doesn't really have to care about that if he's being healed constantly by Warlock.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kaori was the first guy to put in meta. Is like, I don't know if you often saw it. Like he would come
10 seconds
and
remaining.
just use the golem on tower, not on heroes. Like he would come to a tower
5
or mid lane and he would just drop
seconds
the golem, like kind of like Rasta was. I mean, Shadow Shaman is his main hero. It's his most played hero after Phoenix, I think, and like he kind of came from that angle. That I talked to him about this. He's like, well, if I can use Shadow Shaman and just go play swords and take mid tower, why can't I just use golem, take mid tower? Which kind of worked a lot, and you can tell it was good by like a lot of other players like kind of replicating it. Which
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
think I saw it before, yeah.
I know that way of playing because of Dubu, because
Mm-hmm.
I've been his editor for his YouTube channel for a while now. So I've edited
Mm-hmm.
his Warlock guide, and he just says that just reach level 6, rotate to mid, or rotate to another lane, get the tower easily, and then with every golem you have, you just take a tower, and you just open them up a lot for your team. Because people sometimes think of the Warlock ult as something you have to throw on again, you have to throw on a team fight, on a big team fight, just save it up. But just especially in the beginning of the game, and if you get a fast
Dire
level
team
6,
Radiant
just
team
throw the
banned.
golem, get the tower, get the gold, get the bigger map for your team. And now I want to mention something. This is going to be like a new hero for Zero Tenacity. There's no
But
Storm Spirit and no Invoker available, so they go for the
10
Lash as
seconds
a mid laner.
remaining.
so what do you think X
5
and E
seconds
from
remaining.
Pipsqueak will try to punish Lash with? Like Quap is banned, Pack is banned, SF is banned. I think these are my first 3 go-tos. Then Invoker is also banned. Like what's gonna be left? 20 seconds. Does he pull out like a sniper? Which I
I,
think
I was thinking
or
Sniper.
I mean sniper's kind of classic. Maybe a DP. Like
You may now
or
select your hero.
just go for the standard void spirit. I like the void spirit more than sniper and DP. They're not in the meta, and also void spirit kind of makes a lot more sense with the supports he has. I think this is the pick I like more. Not the best lane for him, but still can always disengage from this Diabolic Edict, which is fine. Okay, quickly. Oh, what odds would you give for after the drafts? Like, who do you think has the advantage?
I think the easier draft to execute is Zero Tenacity. So but I like the potential of Pipsqueak better. I'll favor maybe like by 5% Pipsqueak,
10 seconds
just for the
remaining.
picks, obviously. Uh,
5
yeah,
seconds
solid
remaining.
lanes. Not really a lot of kill potential for zero tenacity in lanes. The only one is the mid lane, obviously, but then you're gonna rotate in anyway with the warlock. So yeah, I favor Pipsqueak like maybe 55 to 45. How about you?
I tend to agree a little bit. I think both teams have like things going for them. Obviously, Zero Tenacity has this life stealer in a pretty good matchups in this game, and if the game is like even, he can pretty much dominate. But on the other hand, while he's farming up the radiance, whatnot, Pipsqueak has a tempo on them. You
Yes.
know, they should be doing well in both of the side lanes, and then if they can turn it into some power runes and in early game aggression with this golem, with these heals, I think they have what it takes to take this game one.
Yeah, I believe so. But now that I watched the draft a little bit more closely, like
Hmm.
this Disruptor Aghanim Scepter is so big here.
For
Disruptor
sure.
Aghanim,
I mean,
yeah, Disruptor
but
Aghanim Scepter is it,
it's more for me that the early damage is gonna be lacking. You know, Ench, Disruptor,
yeah.
like Underlord, Snakes, like these four don't do. Their early damage is very limited. Lash, of course, does insane amount of early damage, but you
Prepare
have
for battle.
ways to kite it. You know, you have this Centaur Stampede, you have the Void Spirit toolkit, you have Dive, so it will be a lot on this Lash. And if he's not having a strong early game, it feels like Zero Tenacity might struggle a lot.
It's also interesting because Lesh went for the misanthropy facet, so he's not going to be taking towers, which is
It's,
something you. Hmm?
that's very standard, I would say. Like, I don't remember last time I saw Lash take the other facet. Like, be it in pub, be it in professional games. Maybe I was not paying enough attention.
Well, you're right. That's normally the facet you go for. But if you want to, make the enemy team, move around, create more space for your carry, or stuff like that, you really want to, pressure the towers. You really want to, make them choose between, okay, do I gank the enemy safe lane or do I lose a tower because of that, or something like that. So in the beginning, like I really see more like you said, like a timing, a tempo, like the possibility of early game aggression or early towers. And if you take the towers really fast and leave the life stealer without the space he needs, obviously it's a huge map, so space is going to be there. But if you make this a fast tempo game, I think Zero Density have the more item dependent heroes, so they do need a little bit more of space or of time to come online.
Perhaps in this game, still with the SE and level 30 Ench, they should still be able to open the early towers. Like this Enchanters, as you say, plus 5s, like to, as we see Kidaro.
感谢大哥送
What's
的人
up,
头，
the
行
enemy
哦。
team? What's up, guys? We waited so long to start this game. Can we just play?
And
XNE will say Chetam Patsaniki, which means, what is happening, guys? Will you come soon? And then he said, okay.
keyboard
That was
fix.
okay.
Okay,
I think Anch, it's his job. Every time you play Anch, you have Anch on your team, as we have a quick go. Like, his job is to take care of these tier 1 towers. In this game, it's not gonna be the easiest, but it's his responsibility.
you have a lot of tower defense here. Like you have the fire spirits, you have the wave clear from void spirit, the wave clear from centaur, the wave clear from warlock. So it's going to be really hard to pressure the in early tempo.
See, booting
Ooh.
smoke, but Void Spirit will not
30
get the ward
seconds
off.
to battle.
Meanwhile, the Leshrac does, so here comes the advantage, but in the big jungle, will they meet? Level 1, I would prefer definitely Radiant heroes, because Pit Lord and Nax and also Ants are quite useless. Raptor and Flash can be really strong, but at the end we should just have a 2-for-2 trade.
Yeah, not a big level 1 for Zero Tenacity, so yeah. You just want to not meet the other guys. Okay, this is a little bit of creep blocking.
But we see both off lanes like kinda trying, but even Zero Tenacity is actually gonna lose on this trade because Nande from Pipsqueak will make sure that Centaur blocks the creeps, and Nax will do the same. So the lane equilibrium should be fine on both sides.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so now we have our laning matchups. We have Enchantress and Lightyear against Phoenix and Centaur Warrunner. Actually, you can harass quite easily here as the duo from Pipsqueak. And on the safe lane, we have our Sven and Warlock, which, the kill potential here is really low. Only if, overextend by farming might you get glimpse back, but I don't think the damage is going to be enough. So the lanes shouldn't be as aggressive.
I think definitely we should be paying more attention to this top lane. Both lanes have the potential, but this Phoenix and the Centaur, they have to keep the pressure going level 1 and level 2 before this Ange gets the level 3. Of course, you have the level 2 Fire Spirits, which is also very strong, but the Ange really struggles before level 3, and you want to make advantage of it.
Yeah.
And the bottom lane, this is sad. I think with the paddle bones, as we see kill come out, a lot of Blood Grenade committed. Sven is low, but 4 sticks and a healing, he should be just fine. And that was kind of a big goal from the side of Zero Tenacity. Using Blood Grenade and not getting a kill always kind of feels rough.
Yeah, well, but they did commit a lot of healing on Sven. Like, he is out of healing right now. He just got pulled a tango and that's it. So he needs to invest a little bit more in regen here, or at least get a bracer. The pull is.
Yep. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, pause.
Another pause. Nice.
That keyword. Okay. That keyword needs fixing. Okay, who do you favor here in Lesh against Void? I mean, obviously Void is not gonna have the best lane, but does he just come back with power runes? Does he need a little bit help of his supports here in terms of rune control?
I think Void just wants to chill here, and Lash wants to pressure. I would say 55-45 for the Lash, but overall, I think the experienced Void player like Mirage, he will just chill.
Okay, we are still watching the top lane. Corey being really harassed here by Enchantress. Even he's not level 3. He's going to continue harassing the Phoenix, which is their only kill potential actually. They're gonna win the Lotus.
Yep. Lotus for 1 for Radiant, 1 for Dia. And Phoenix is gonna get this level 3 very soon. We'll see how he can make advantage of it. Harpy creep for the Enge will help secure these 2 ranged assets. That's very nice.
Harpy is just so annoying to play against. That and the Frost Spirit. The Frost Spirit is the worst in early game.
It's unlucky they have the Harpy spawn on small, but they're very fortunate that the big creeps spawn the Troll Summoner, which is kind of the worst one for the. And at the bottom lane, another go on Sven. There was a glimpse before use, and he still lives. They're keeping the pressure high with Kidara pulling the small camp. There's gonna be a couple of denies here, and even zoning out of XP. Big pressure coming out from Nefrit and GZ. And as I mentioned on top lane, big camp gonna be blocked. Yeah, Kari blocked the big camp, so no big creep for the Enge. So they are really playing well against this Enchantress level 3 timing.
Yeah, well, the lanes are going to be broken really soon. Like, we just have like maybe 1.5 minutes more of this, and then we have to start looking at the tempos for minute 6 and minute 7. Do you play aggressive here as Pipsqueak going for the shrine? Oh wait, They're going back. Nando, he's going down. He's going down. This is the first blood, maybe. GC getting the last hit. He gets
He's
it.
dead.
Yeah, this, oh, I underestimated Glimpse and Pit of Malice. That was a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's kind of like before you would play like Rubik and Pitlor, like you would make people stuck in this Firestorm Pit of Malice, and I was surprised that they will have enough damage to kill this Sven. Yeah, they keep pressuring him, but I thought he's gonna be fine. Eventually, not so much. Remember, this Sven knew his lane, he picked this Sven into this lane. Still not the end of the road. If you have a carry dying, you kinda want it to be a Sven.
Yeah,
The one that can recover so easy like Sven does.
Exactly. Just stack a couple of, stack your ancient creeps under your tier 1, and then Sven gets level 6, got strength, and nothing happened.
Nowadays, like when I watch pubs, when I watch Pro Dota, it's like my carry is carry good player check is like I look if he stacks his ancients, because when I saw like all the international top carry players play, they always stack this ancient camp. Now Kidara will go use a heal even, will give it time, but on the mid lane.
Yeah, that was really close. He's gonna die anyway, I think. Void Spirit. He doesn't have to simulate, so he's going to get down. Yeah, one more Astro Step. This Disruptor playing really aggressively. He's being healed a little bit. Maybe there's no more damage, there's no more mana for Mirage.
Heals?
Yeah, he survived. The heals are so big right now. They're going back. They can just turn this around. Okay, they're not going to turn around. They're going to sacrifice Kaori for it. Still on the chase for Kidaro. Mirage just diving like there's no tomorrow. And okay, we're going to have our vengeance here. Void Spirit going for this Disruptor. Still, he's going down. Yeah.
He has no more reasons, he's just gonna die. Even though that he got the Ilu rune, he kinda missed time of using it, so he didn't dispel the first Thunderstorm. Ends up being 2 for 0, trade for 0 Tenacity, even though they didn't get the power rune. A very, very good trade for them, and Mirage throws a relax, it's okay. Maybe for you, not so much for X and E.
Yeah, it's I miss the days when people were getting spicy with voice lines or with sprays. Right now it's just, it's too mild of a spice for my taste.
They're more relaxed nowadays. We might see more action mid. We talked about this Enchantress, she gets this level 3, level 5, she starts going for the towers, now level 5 will pick up a Wildkin. We'll find a Kidaro, hello? I think I think every like core player hates playing as Enchantress, because she's just so tough to kill and she's so annoying. And at the 8-minute rune with so many numbers on the 0 Tenacity, they should be getting it, Glimpse. Kidaro,
Yeah,
a bit of trouble.
They're getting
Lord
the
coming.
kill here.
Easy kill. And the rune is gonna be bottom, so Kari is not gonna take it, not gonna deny it. Another really good sequence for Zero Tenacity.
This Disruptor 4 is just doing so much. Like, he got a kill on the Sven, he got 2 kills in the mid lane. He is closing on level 6. This Enchantress as well. We were talking about this in the draft. If you pick Enchantress, you always want to pick a carry that can fend for himself and when he's left alone. And so Enchantress can just roam around, create chaos, and force the other supports on another lane, so your carry goes 1-on-1. So Lifestealer against Centaur was just, a perfect pick. He has a lot of space right now. The only one who got contested was Sven, who died. So I don't know how the last hitting is going. Obviously Sven is going to be up there because of the cleave. But right now, everything is working fine for Zero Tenacity. Like a 3k advantage in less than 10 minutes is like a really decent advantage.
Yeah, it's as good of a start as you can hope for.
Yeah.
I feel like they not only 3 kills, 4 kills, they also got the mid tower, arguably the most important tower of the game. Now they're pressuring bottom tower while maximizing on the slash, and I want to give a shout out to Jeezy. He's been dominating this game, and this whole tournament. He's playing, I think he's playing outstanding. Like some unique heroes, Invoca, Pipsqueak+4, which got respect banned this game, you know. He's throwing a lot out there.
Okay, this is the second tower for Zero Tenacity. They are looking for maybe to make something happen on the enemy offlane. Or they're just looking for Void Spirit, I think. Oh, you can't show, my friend. There's a disruptor with 3 level glimpse. You know, you can always run around, but you don't really want to waste your Astral Step there.
Like, if there is a game you wanna be trailing behind against Disruptor, you wanna have like Void Spirit on your mid lane, because you have this way of dodging the glimpse. Otherwise, if you don't, you don't wanna play a losing game against Disruptor. It's just insanely tough. This hero is strong in its own, but when it's ahead, it just amplifies. And top lane, the Helm of Dominance, they're gonna try to put pressure on 4-3. Has him fast, has a siege creep, he might need to, but Pitlor comes in, there's Pit of Malice. Egg is ready, stuns from Mirage and Stampede with the golem to cover up. Void Spirit comes in, Egg comes out, they throw everything out from Pipsqueak, but they don't get anyone. They don't get anyone so far. And in the catapult, there's still Nakes, they're looking now, no spells left on the side of Pipsqueak. Can't they get anything on Zero Tenacity? Everybody's in and out, but nobody's dying, and everybody's now content. But Glimpse should be coming up soon again.
Yeah, and the happiest guy on the map right now is Sven. He's just, you know, chilling, farming. Then Zero Tenacity, they brought everything to defend this tier 1 tower. They did. Well, this is like kind of a sad Warlock, because we were talking about this in draft. He really wants to pressure and take a tower with every golem, and he's just not gonna get it right now.
He's still gonna get some damage out.
Oh,
but
mid lane, Mirage?
As you said, Mirage a bit. He's gonna get really low. Doesn't even get to get stun out. Kari may be in trouble. Maybe Xne is in trouble. But is there a glimpse? There is no dissimulate. He's just be dying here easily. No dissimulate. Use it aggressively. That means the Disruptor is gonna punish you. So it turns out 1-for-1 trade of the mid laners.
Disruptor is being such a menace here for Pipsqueak. Like, he's been, I think, with almost every kill for his team.
He has 4 out of 5 participation.
80%.
He's been doing very well, and he's opting for this early Blink Dagger. I really like it. You know, these Void Spirits and Phoenixes, they'll try to play on their dives, maybe pressing the spells early before the Static Storm comes out. Blink Dagger like kind of puts stop to it. Just makes it much harder for them. They're gonna make a smoke. That smoke, not fine. Kari, ultimate is not ready, dive is there, but with the easy claims, maybe it's not even needed. That's an easy pickup. Like, my favorite kind of pickups, you know? Just nice and easy. Go back to farm. You get a quick bonus gold and you're back to farming, double cancel blast.
And I like this itemization from Lesh. Like, normally you see the Blink Dagger rush from Lesh rack, but he now has the Rod of Ados. It obviously makes sense. You're playing against a Void Spirit, you're playing against a Phoenix, against the Stampede. So obviously it makes you a little bit more bulky, a little more tanky, which is always something you wanna itemize towards. But like being a Lesh, that doesn't really get that much of a beefy build with the Blink Dagger. And right now, like, Zero Tenacity look like really comfortable in the early game. Like they've been taking towers, they've been taking kills, they've been taking favorable trades. The only trade that they've taken is, you know, in the mid lane, Mirage dying once, and then you know, Pipsqueak overcommits, loses the Void Spirit as well. So the early game working really well for them, and which is the opposite from what we were saying in draft. Like, we basically favor Pipsqueak for the early game, but Zero Tenacity is just outperforming maybe.
They definitely did play a little better, but still it kind of feels like they should by the way, the Zero Tenacity play, they should have more of advantage at this point. Only having 2k feels like a little bit less than what it looked like, if you get what I mean. And on the top lane, now with ultimates back off, they're gonna really try to open this tower finally. Some of Dominators there, and TPs, Disruptor TPs. This is a big investment of Zero Tenacity. This might be decider of the early game. Glimpse back on the Centaur with a Static Storm. He's a beefy boy with the Blade Nail, but still. Now, bonus drop, XNE coming. Can they get the 4-3? Curry goes in with the egg. That's gonna be an easy kill. And on the other side, Never comes in, but Nande is waiting for you. Nande is waiting for you with the God Strength. Pipe will not help against it, but it will help against the Void Spirit. Can they get the chase down? Nande should be having a stun soon. With the Aether Remnant, that's a dead Nephrite. That's a completely turned game around. Oh, what a move by Pipsqueak+4. And Zero Tenacity, a really, really bad read here. Thinking they can defend this tower like the last time. Pipsqueak+4 will gladly take it.
Yeah, this is the early game aggression, the early game advantage we were talking about in draft, like just level wise. And okay, the first golem didn't work, the second golem is gonna get the tower. And I was surprised a little bit by this event, but he is so farmed. He has Mask of Madness, Echo Saber, Power Threads, so he's ready to fight. This is, you know, great. And like you just mentioned, this this game is back for Pipsqueak+4. And even though Zero Tenacity have been really aggressive and taking towers and such, Sven only got, you know, contested twice. He died once, and then just he got left alone for like maybe 10 minutes. And that's what happens when you leave a Sven alone for 10 minutes. He just comes out of the jungle with 3 items, well, 2 items and threats.
Yeah. As you mentioned before, like when you were talking about this like first pressure on the top tower at mid temple golem, like everybody was there from both teams besides the Sven.
Yeah.
So even though they didn't get the tower, they didn't get any kills, they made a lot of space for the Sven, and he used it really well. And he's stopping the charge and like a classic Sven network. And you saw in the fight, we also talked like Centaur lives for way too long. There is a limited amount of damage for Zero Tenacity right now, and Midlord comes in. You have Pipe. Pipe doesn't do anything against this Sven. He breaks him in half in like a second with not many items, only Echo Saber and Mask of Madness. Well, that's why they picked the Sven into Pitlord. And now
and he's going to continue to do so because Pitlord is going for Aghanim Scepter. He's not going for a Crimson or something that gives him more armor. So Sven is still going to continue to be a menace here. Yeah, I think they were just playing aggressive. Like Zero Tenacity was playing aggressive, was showing up in the map, showing up in lanes, going for ganks, for kills, trying to look for the Void Spirit. But then Sven just comes back out of a 10-minute break or 10-minute farming break, and now Zero Tenacity is playing a little bit more, you know, laid back. They are waiting for a Lifestealer. Like a Lifestealer, he needs the Radiance to start doing stuff. So he just got it like maybe like 2 minutes ago, and now they might just want to give Lifestealer more space. They're going in on the Enchantress. It's going to be the sacrifice here.
a very easy kill for the Sven. He has to pop the God Strength there, but he will gladly do it. Now, Disruptor and Mirage become Phoenix. Static Storm is there, but nice and easy egg. On top of with the Golem, Stampede is here, Yeo is here, and that's gonna be an easy kill. XNE is gonna look for more, Aether Remnant, blindly, not gonna find anything else. But what I would say a very optimistic move by Zero Tenacity, but also Cory with the presence of mind to just drop the egg there, knowing Static Storm is gonna come out. A really good play by Pipsqueak+4.
Yeah, right now, like I mean, Yeo is doing his work. Like he's the center, he's the beefy one. He tanks all the ultimates, and the Helm of Dominator and Blade Mill makes you so tanky. And you know, Zero Tenacity just focusing the wrong guy twice. And at least they didn't lose the Lesh, and Lesh is okay. Just a smoke. They really want to find this Sven.
Yeah, Sven is their best target. Sven is very potent offensively. He can delete everybody, but he can still die in the static store and whatnot. And with no golem, no god strength, no stampede, no egg, like they want to find a quick pick off and transition it into the tormentor. Do they have an obs? There was a sentry, so they'll not find anyone. Maybe disruptor with the obs can find another opportunity. This tormentor is very important for both squads. Like a lot of very good shards this game on all 4 supports, and it seems it will just be a free 1-for-0 Tenacity. Without the ultimates ready on supports, they don't wanna be battling this out.
Yeah, I mean, they are doing a great job of playing around the tempo of the high cooldown ultimates. Sadly, they didn't have it for this tormentor who could get it. Okay, so we have the Sproink for the enchantress. That's a little bit of damage there, even with no levels
He
on impetus.
it still can. It's now it's only like a little bit of a defensive tool, but eventually, like every time you see experienced enchantress player, eventually with some levels they become a threat. You know, like with BKBs going low cooldown and like a lot of other things to worry about for the enemy team, you kind of find yourself a space in a fight to do a lot of damage. And the shard getting it for free definitely helps. And we see Worm and Smoke gonna go through gate, anticipating that Pipsqueak might wanna try go for the Wisdom rune, and they will spot X and E. They get on top of him.
Okay, I think, yeah, they just saw the Void Spirit. Void Spirit is going to be the sacrifice here. Really easy pick up. Phoenix is just going to take the shrine and get out. At least they get both of them. So.
Yeah, I mean, eventually will be the trade. I don't think either team is like happy or unhappy with this trade. One team gets double wisdom, and one team gets the mid laner for like 4-man smoke, which like somebody had to die for this. And at this point, it's like it's not too bad that it's just not Sven, because this Sven is going off the charts. So, like already with this net board.
He's a win condition.
If they see Nefrit, oh, if they only saw the Nefrit for a tiny bit, they could have jumped him. But they'll pick up the Illurune and smoke themselves. BKB ready on Sven.
They see
level 12, 13 on Phoenix. They see Pit Lord. It should be a very easy kill. Yeah.
Yeah, he's squishy.
We called him a beefy boy in the draft, and he truly is a lot of times, but once again, against the gods, strength, definitely not. And they're gonna try to transition the tower. No glyph ready for the side of Zero Tenacity. I don't know when they use it, but they're gonna start keeping in one by one. No god strength, it's running out. They really wanna take this fight. BKB still there. BKB, Nightfall. It's a perfect decision. Can they get out with others? No, Kaori is gonna have to pay. Maybe they could have both escaped if Kaori recognized the Nightfall can just come out, but anyway, tower for position 4. It's still a fine trade for Pipsqueak.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Underlord kill, and then transition into a free tower. Well, it is, and as a support player, I know you always think of how can I help my cores. Maybe I'm the sacrifice here, and sometimes the cores make these types of play that they didn't really need you, and you just sacrifice for the sake of it, and it happens in every tier of play, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a good first instinct to have. Maybe some of us are a bit more selfish, but I think it's good first instinct to have. And on the mid lane, 30 seconds to the BKB on Sven. I think it will be another go time. Rush is also somewhat on the menu, so I think mostly Pipsqueak is kind of ready to push this advantage even further. And 24 power rune coming up. After that, it should be a go time for them with the smoke on Phoenix. Try to find another kill, and Zero Tenacity, I think they will happily try to delay this game a bit until Nags gets some items of his own to battle this Sven off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if you wanna, there's like a little bit of a difficult choice here because the Sven is just going to get fatter. He's just going to get more, he's just going to destroy all your heroes. He just two-shot the disruptor. They're going to get a free
in a
Roshan
perfect Sven. In a perfect Sven fashion, Echo Saber in the support, using God's Strength, and it's kind of perfect position to go for this rush, but Zero Tenacity, I don't think they're gonna keep this one for free. This is gonna be an important fight. 25% left on this God Strength. Lash comes in, use everything. Sven is gonna battle it out. Sven still has the God Strength. Golem comes out, and Sven is just gonna delete the Lash. Rosh is very low. Who's gonna pick it up? Egg exploded. It should be Sven getting it. 4-2-3, just gonna die. SC is following through as well. A bold move by Zero Tenacity, but eventually they're gonna pay with 3 lives. Bitlord stays alive, but to witness what a disaster for the Zero Tenacity.
Yeah, maybe the math wasn't mathing there for the calculations they were doing for that Roche. Like, Lesh just went in. He thought he was going to do enough damage. He wasn't doing enough damage at all. He got like 3 shot by the Sven. Sven is just doing way too much. And it's amazing how only like they gave him like 10 minutes, maybe less, and he just came back to the game. It's just dominating. And all the timings were there for Pipsqueak. The God Strength was available. The BKB was available. And right now we have another God Strength. They might take this tier 2 tower as well. So now
Perhaps the calculation was a bit off with the God Strength. They thought it was only like 20% duration left, and if there was no God Strength, fight might just look completely different. But then again, you have to remember, kids, if you play against Phoenix, Phoenix is a king of rush, but he is just a king. Dropping this egg, dropping the Sunray, he dominates this fight, and like Nande and Kari together just combining for a big win. And as you said, they're gonna get another free tower. And they find kill on mid? Not yet. At least Edge is gonna escape for now with this haste run.
Yeah, he's just very fast. You have a Lifestealer right now going for the BKB. Lifestealer is just lacking damage. Like
He is he's gonna get jumped. No rage. He still can just infest. No, the creep gets killed. Nanda chasing with some speed. It's gonna be a kill. Oh, that was so close to infesting this creep, but the cleave one-shot at the creep, and Nanda with a pickup on enemy carry. And you were hoping for Nags to catch up to this land, but that's the worst thing that can happen for him, is getting solo kill, and
he gets one more, he gets one more, he gets one more! He got it! BKB and TP used for that.
What did I tell you, Zippo? What did I tell you when we were going into this game? Told you to watch one guy. There's one standout player in this series on this Pipsqueak team, and it's Nanda.
Yeah, Nandi is doing whatever he wants. Like, he just basically solos the anime carry and then goes for a little snack of a mid laner. He's just doing whatever he wants in this game. We were looking at a really, decent early tempo Zero Tenacity lineup, doing a lot with the disruptor and stuff, but I don't know if the early pipe on the Underlord that didn't work for the first 2 or 3 team fights did them dirty. If they just lost one team fight and then everything turned for them. Like this is now looking a little bit more one-sided. Can they get it? No, they can't really get the kill here on the Void Spirit, and now they just have to run because Sven is coming.
Yeo is gonna jump in. Disruptor glimpses the Centaur out, but Sven should be still getting this up. No, he gets the blink out, so everybody is fine at the moment. SE really doing his best to delay this game. Like, if you have paid attention for him last 2-3 minutes, he's just being a menace on this mid lane. Like, just trying to skip the way, just being a little rat. Using this Enchantress to perfection. Because he knows they need time on Zero Tenacity, and Pipsqueak also knows this, so they're gonna go threaten the high ground. Aegis on the centaur, still going on. He's happily gonna tank the tower, and Sven jumps in. Nande deletes everything. His Pitlord. XNE in trouble, but there is no static storm. Buyback from Pitlord, Stampede out. They're gonna try to kite. Is there gonna be a glimpse? Not for now. Someone is
They get the warlock,
with it, but they go back in. Sven jumps in with the BKB. He deletes the lash. Now going for the edge. It's gonna be a kill. Egg is going on. It's gonna explode. SE should be going down here. Yeah, he gets burned down by the vessel, and now takes without.
This is game.
He's gonna get jumped by the Sven. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is game. Yeah.
GG, well played. Pipsqueak, Nande. They just put on a clinic in this mid game. Like all the jumps, all the advantages they had to push, like all the smoke, they just worked wonders for them, and they take this game by a storm. You know, 10 minutes ago we didn't see this game end at 29. I don't think anyone saw this coming.
Yeah, I mean, I feel a little bit like they were just giving us the. I mean, we were just saying, you know, zero tenacity. We didn't really think they were going to have an early game tempo here, and they were just going for the towers, going for the kills, pressuring the map, pressuring the Void Spirit, killing the Sven once on a lane that we didn't thought he was going to get much out of, but then. Just one fight when Sven had this 10-minute window to just come back, and everything changed. Like, and then Sven it was just his game to win, and like you were saying, Nando is the player to watch here. It's like it was a beautiful display on how to come back from a rough early stage.
Yeah, I think the laning didn't go as he thought it will, but his team made enough space, and then he was like thank you guys, I will. He paid the favor back by almost perfectly executing this mid game. And what can I say now? I think it's your time to say, like, we should watch for Nande in game 2 and what he will be showing. But also for Zero Tenacity, they had a pretty decent early game, 3k lead at minute 9. They can definitely fight back in game 2.
Yes, I agree. I think that, like you were saying, the early pipe on Underlord, maybe if that would have been a Crimson card, or maybe if that would be a I don't know, Rod of Eidos, maybe to deal with the Void Spirit a little bit, go a little bit more aggressive. But that's something I was also mentioning. Obviously, you mostly take that facet with Lesh. But the thing that if you can pressure towers, if you can make the map smaller for Sven, if you can't really, force the enemy team into, going to where you're going, and make more space for your lifestealer, then your early game aggression doesn't really work, because you also got really beefy heroes for Pipsqueak. Like Phoenix is a strength hero, Warlock is always from behind. You have escape mechanisms for the mid laner and the off laner. The center was just, he was a walking huge HP bar. He just didn't die even if you throw everything at him. So I mean, I think Zero Tenacity had the early tempo. They just didn't have the tools to pressure more.
Yeah, we'll see what they can bring in the second game. What adjustments they will bring in the draft and in the gameplay. But before that, we're gonna take a little break. I think we should be back in 7 to 10 minutes. So get hydrated and see you in a bit.
I've had days of struggle, nothing quite as rough as today. Held, I've been held up, nothing seemingly goes my way. Oh, I, not a man for crying, for a storm of tears I crave. Take all this sorrow from me. How much more do I have to pray? Foolish of me, you might say. I make my way out of this, feel my way. All reservations I have come to bear. It's clear that I'm not going anywhere. I've had days of struggle, nothing quite as rough as today. Held, I've been held up, nothing seemingly goes my way. Oh, I, not a man for crying, for a storm of tears I crave. Take all this sorrow from me. How much more do I have to pray? Foolish of me, you might say. I make my way out of this, feel my way. All reservations I have come to bear. It's clear that I'm not going anywhere. Foolish of me, you might say. I make my way out of this, feel my way. All reservations I have come to bear. It's clear that I'm not going anywhere.
Go and tell your mama to get up off her seat. Go and tell your
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Here is myself again, Milan, and once again, I will call him this time my friend Zippo.
Hi, Milan. Yeah.
Here for a second game of this lower bracket series between Pipsqueak and the Zero Tenacity. So, what are you looking for in the game 2?
I want Zero Tenacity to use their early advantage better. Maybe I don't know, because they were aggressive enough in early game. They had that disruptor was being the MVP and of the early game, but then they just left Sven alone for too much. Does that get Sven get banned right now? I mean, is it? I mean, maybe. I don't think there's another carry that you leave on for 10 minutes and he just comes back with an Echo Saber and Mask of Madness.
Maybe, like, looking back on the game 1 draft where Pipsqueak opened with the Senta, then it was Zero Tenacity time to pick a core hero. Like, a lot of carry players, like even Premier ones, like Yatoro, Ahmed, they like the Sven into Senta. Maybe that was the way. Maybe just take the Sven for yourself, and this way, like, don't allow Nande to get kind of free pick of his hero. Like, save this 18 pick, save the later pick in the draft to counter Nande even more, something that can, Pit Lord did with Disruptor Kane in the lane against the carry Sven, but maybe something that can pressure him even through them more. Maybe, like, do the draft adjustment, we pick a different hero, but also the gameplay adjustment that you are proposing, like, don't play it through your safe lane, play it through your off lane. Like, make sure this Nande doesn't have a free game. Put more emphasis on him.
Yeah, and I think Mirage got a really decent early game. He had a favorite matchup in mid lane. He, rotated, did whatever a Leshrac can do in the early game, but then there was no pressuring of towers. There was not making the map smaller for the enemy team. There was a lot of, leaving Sven alone, just doing stuff. And I think that also Pipsqueak did draft a better composition to play for Protect 1. I know that's like a really old concept, but it kind of worked in the first team fight when we see the first golem being dropped on the enemy safe lane and on the dire safe lane. They didn't get the tower, but it was 4 against 5 and no one died. So it was basically life stealer, quote unquote, wasting like a couple of minutes of farm while Sven was stacking and farming, using his god strength to farm faster. And that's maybe why once the next golem was available, he already had 2 items and could fight with his team and had something to contribute to the fight, because Lifestealer didn't have the radiance by that point. So it was just better understanding for Pipsqueak on when your hero is ready to fight, when your composition is ready to push the tempo or start dominating the map. And once that team fight broke up and they won, there wasn't really a comeback for Zero Tenacity. I mean, at least we didn't see it. They didn't have the tools to deal with the Sven. So let's see if they adapt on the draft that we already have ready for you.
And we have a slight adjustment. This game, the coin toss was won by Zero Tenacity game 1, so they chose the first pick, and in the second game, Pipsqueak got the choice, and they chose the first pick this time around. So already in the draft, we'll see kind of completely new story. Like, we talked a lot about the draft adjustments, and now it's gonna be like much different game. So whatever happened in game 1 when we had first pick from side of Zero Tenacity, that kind of goes throughout the window. Now it's a completely different thing from the second pick. Now we have to kind of respond to this Pipsqueak first pick and like showing the tempo. Let's see. And she's banned. That's something that the Pipsqueak really likes. The first pick. Earthshaker is banned too. They like it. Queen of Pain is in the pool. It's something they did yesterday against Pesh and UA. It'll be interesting if they do the same. No, they'll go for the Naga.
Yeah, they go for it Naga. I mean, teams have been banning the Naga Siren a lot against the
Mm-hmm.
Pipsqueak, so yeah, it's also a TI winning support fight. So that maybe why not? It's really strong as a position 5 as well. With the
10
net,
seconds
it's really annoying to play against, and you have always a reset button with
5 seconds
the Song of the Siren, especially if you have the healing factor after that. Zero Tenacity now stealing, I believe, well, I mean, repeating the disruptor pick, which worked really well, but I do think position 4 disruptor is just not really worth. I mean, it did work in the early game, but then he just fell off because
It,
what do you get as a position 4 with disruptor? You give disruptor farm, and then what? You just rush an item scepter?
yeah, Blinky the Axe is the thing, and you said stealing. They are stealing in a way because besides like Enigma SF, the Naga Disruptor is one of the most like known combos in a way, right?
10
It
remaining.
it really is something to not allow for the enemy, and
5 seconds remaining.
I like it more on 5 for sure. Like you want some position 4 that brings more damage. Anch and Disruptor in that game really like the damage. Although they had the impact, maybe just you could have found another combination. Now we see. I want to see if the Shadow Thing gets banned by Zero Tenacity, because I always, whenever I see Naga, I instantly think the Shadow Thing. I feel like the team that gets two of those tiers together has a very good advantage in the draft. Although OG did lose with it
Radiant
yesterday,
team
but
Dire team
we'll see. So Snap will be banned, and Phoenix will. This is definitely a steal.
Yeah, this is a
Like,
steal. Well,
GZ is like another, like, I think here is like only 2 guys in like a whole world that play Phoenix+4. It's
10 seconds
Kari and
remaining.
GZ. It's sort of his signature, so it's not only just the steal.
5 seconds remaining.
oh, I like this better for Zero Tenacity. You have a position 4 that can actually contribute when he gets a little bit more farm. If you get the Spirit Vessel early on, it's really good to just move around. You have a pretty nice deterrent, or a really nice zoning tool with Supernova. And right now, as playing against a Naga Siren, it's not really nice to trade against that, because it's a lot of armor on level 1. So doing the fire spirits to deal with illusions, the fire spirits to deal with the trading with magic damage against physical damage, I think it's a really nice pick here as a position 4. Do you know if they flex it as a 3 though?
I don't think they don't really. Nefrit is not the guy that strikes me as a Phoenix player. He's more like a standard pos 3 player, and Pipsqueak gonna go for one of their signature picks is Undying pos 3. Like they don't mind picking it blindly. They
10
feel like
seconds remaining.
they can just pick this hero and have a good lane. We'll see what they combine it with.
5 seconds
I
remaining.
think maybe a Lion or Shadow Shaman in this case is something Kari really likes, but also kind of complements the Undying. Once you have like Undying pos 3, it means there's not gonna be a blink stun from this offlane, so you wanna have a lockdown on
10
one of your
seconds
supports,
remaining.
like the true one. Net is fine, but you need this Shackles
5
hack.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, that is something you were mentioning as well, in terms of Pipsqueak really likes to have an ultimate that you just throw at the tower and take the tower. And Zero Tenacity now with Gyrocopter is a really slow hero. Like he really needs a lot of items to start farming, a lot of items to start fighting as well. So I don't know. I mean, it obviously
seconds
works.
remaining.
It has a lot of synergies with the Phoenix, with the Disruptor. It's a really nice
5 seconds
safe lane as
remaining.
well. It's really aggressive. The glimpse into the Rocket Barrage, and you really need a beefy offlane, which you have on the Undying, right? But on early levels, I
Mhm.
think Undying might be a little bit uncomfortable, and Shadow Shaman has to watch his positioning really well, because starting at level 2, that kill potential is there.
Dire team
It's gonna be a very interesting lane. Like the gyro really, it's like a hit or miss in a lane. Like he needs to do well in his lane for his game to progress. I would say he is a slow hero if his lane doesn't go well, but sometimes if he can dominate the lane, he can just take the game by storm.
10
And
seconds
we see the
remaining.
Centaur, so Zero Tenacity, if you can't beat
5
them,
seconds
steal them.
remaining.
That's their strategy for this draft. Like taking out the Phoenix and the Centaur offlane duo that they just lost to. And Pipsqueak, you know, they were very comfortable with these heroes. They should know what the answer is. Sven is still in the pool.
So is Ursa.
Ursa is the hero they banned when they had these two heroes. So
Yeah.
I would agree Ursa should be coming out. Maybe some range hero?
I mean, you can go for the Drow Ranger, maybe.
Dire team ban.
Medusa?
No,
No.
Fate of Fate.
Not yet. Not yet. We can still keep guessing the carry heroes because I feel like this will be Xne, Queen of Pain mid.
Yeah, this is like a Queen of Pain against. Well, they still. I mean, Zero Tenacity have last pick, so they can
10 seconds.
do
Radiant
the
team
Husker
ban.
thing. They can do the the surprise last pick. Seraphine, as you mean. Oh, he just got banned. Just
Is Mirage the Huskar player? I feel like he will more likely play like a DK or something
seconds
along
remaining.
these lines. Maybe Ember Spirit. We'll see. Shadowfiend gets banned as you say. Now
5
Zero Tenacity has two
seconds
bans. They
remaining.
need to ban carries. Till Ursa will be banned very likely, although it's not the easiest lane because of the Naga +5. So I would say Ursa Sven maybe. And one hero I also like for Nanda this game is like Templar Assassin. Besides like the Phoenix in lane, I think it's a pretty good TA game. So we'll see what they
I
decide.
frankly prefer a range hero here if you have a Nagasarian support. Morphling is a raid ban.
Of course. Yeah, I mean we forgot. It's Nanda Morph, plus it's against the Gyro. It's kinda goes without saying. It has to
10
be banned.
seconds remaining.
But what is the other? Nante has a very wide hero pool.
5 seconds.
Like
remaining.
I know previously I heard like a lot of people talk about Nande hero pool being an issue, but I felt completely opposite. I feel like this guy can play almost anything. Yes, he excels more on the super hard carry like Morph and Sven, but he's very flexible player.
Yeah, we've seen him with Faceless Void, Anti-Mage, Morphling.
Even Mars. Yeah.
Even Mars, yeah. Terrorblade as well. So yeah, those hyper carries is more of what he's comfortable with.
Dire team
And
ban.
in terms of Zero Tenacity, they still have the Storm Spirit in the pool, and the Invoker got banned. But Storm Spirit is still in the pool. They've been playing it a lot.
I feel like
So-
Storm Spirit there's enough lockdown for him in the game, and the
10
lane is gonna
seconds
be pretty
remaining.
tough. So if I'm gonna go on the Spirit side, I would rather
5
prefer
seconds
like
remaining.
Ember. I think for them should be between Ember and DK when it comes down to the last pick. And for
Dire
Nande,
team pick.
they will ban the Ember, so DK will be left in the pool. And Nande, what he gonna take? Is it
well,
gonna be that Ursa?
I mean, I think Ursa is really decent. You can start fighting really early. You
10
also
seconds
scale really good in late
The-
game.
5
You
seconds
Only
remaining.
problem with Ursa is the lane stage. I think
Yeah.
with the Naga against Phoenix Centaur, it can struggle a lot. With disruptor rotations, maybe even gyro rotations, there can be a lot of pressure on you, and you cannot really fall back to the jungle. So maybe they can take Lifestealer themselves, you know? Maybe they steal something back from Zero Tenacity. Very interesting. 5 seconds on the clock. They'll have to decide soon enough if they
Radiant
don't
team
want
pick.
Insania incident. And
Luna.
it's gonna be
okay.
Luna.
It is a
Very
range
interesting.
hero.
Range hero that you wanted, and also a hero that I wanted that can go to jungle when the things get rough in the lane. You know,
Yeah,
Luna
can
is
get-
the hero that can go wherever
10
in the jungle.
seconds
Yep.
remaining.
He can go to jungle. He can start fighting really early. He can go
5
for
seconds remaining.
high rate build with Aghanim Scepter if he wants to fight early on. There's a lot of potential late game as well. The only thing I don't really know here for Pipsqueak is that they can take towers. They have a really decent Roche lineup as well. Nice team
Mhm.
fight as well. The laning stage doesn't look as.
Choose your hero.
Oh, okay, Rubik mid. This is an old school. This is takes me back a little bit.
I always put on a happy face. If you could see me right now, I'm smiling. Like every time I see Rubik mid, it really like turns me up a bit. Like just you love to see it. Like it's kind of reminds me. You said you've been doing Dota for more than a decade. It's just like you instead of think Dandy at TI2, the Rubik mid. Like you think of all these flashy plays maybe a miracle, and it's gonna be very interesting to see.
Yeah,
10
those
seconds
were
remaining.
simpler times, happier times. Now, nowadays,
5
I mean,
seconds remaining.
Rubik against Queen of Pain, I see it. Yeah, you can harass her out of the lane. You have a lot of great ultimates here to steal, great abilities as well to steal, like the Sonic Wave, the Eclipse, just everything the Shadow Shaman provides. If you can steal a Tombstone, if you can steal a net, so he has a lot of play with here. Also, he makes the game feel way faster because Rubik really wants to rotate, really wants to roam around, to get towers, to get kills, because he doesn't really farm that well actually. I mean, he's really mana intensive in that regard. So this is going to be really interesting. Zero Tenacity once again going for early. Now they have better tools for an early aggression and to capitalize more on that. I would really like the Central War Runner to just copy the build he saw in the last game for the enemy. Just go for the hem of Dominator. Go for get beefy, get tanky, get in front of the tower, and help your team actually pressure the map. And I hope they can capitalize on the early aggression they now really can do.
So it sounds to me that you are slightly favoring Zero Tenacity this draft.
I mean, it's the Rubik hype.
Of course, I can see that. But
Yeah.
also, I
Prepare for battle.
would say they made the right draft adjustments, easily stealing the heroes that work for enemy, and now we just yet to see if they can make the gameplay adjustments, if they can play through this off lane, like pressure Nande in the lane, but also don't let him just the AFK freel in the jungle with Luna that can kind of similar to Sven can also farm pretty fast her way back into the game. And also very interesting to see what Rubik will decide to go. I think there's only two builds. One is Spirit Vessel and the other one is Dagon. Like these are only two builds that I know people go on Rubik. So it'll be interesting to see what he opts to.
Well, in this scenario, I think Dagon doesn't look as bad.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, he has a good spells to steal, so the life steal, the spell life steal will be potent, and we see a kind of 5-on-5 smoke action. We'll see if it turns into anything. Nande, of course, as the player he is, will be approaching tier 2 tower with Luna at minus 10 seconds in the game. And they see Nefret. Can they get him? Smoke breaks. Kari with the chicken fingers will start. Shackles continue, blood grenade. They kind of stack the stance, so Nefret will be fine for now. A little bit harassment, X and E too. So Centaur, I think one of the heroes you don't mind getting harassed so hard before the lane because he has such high base region.
Yeah, exactly. You just go stats. You just get like one bracer, two bracers, and just stay in the lane. Obviously, if you're going for Helm of Dominator, you can just rush the Helm of Iron Will, and then I don't think the center can be killed actually. So he just can be annoyed, and that's it. I actually prefer the Zero Tenacity offlane here. Because Phoenix deals really well with Naga, Center Warren doesn't really care about harassment. So if GC can deal with the pulling shenanigans and the pulling meta here against the Naga Center, which isn't an easy task to do, I think Center is going to have a really decent early game.
Yeah, for sure. A pretty well-rounded lane for him. But I think it's up to Pipsqueak to just try to survive in this lane. You know, they'll be happy with Nande not dying here, and we'll see. And on the bottom lane, I will keep my eye on the bottom lane. Like this gyro needs to get the pressure going early. Like not the kills, but just like accumulate the harassment. You know, the spam this flag cannon and slowly chip out all the region from Rasta and Undying, because you need to dominate level 1 and level 2 on gyro. Like kind of set up for this level 3 timing.
The thing is, the level 3 timing is also really hot, really, you know, big for Pipsqueak. Especially with the Undying. Like you can't really, Undying is a lane dominator. So
yeah, I mean, it's the hero you kind of pick up and expect to never lose a lane, no matter what enemy picks. You can just, like, as you said, spam this out. But he has Tombstone already skilled, which, you know, gyro is probably best early game hero against the Tombstone in the whole game.
yeah, I mean, in terms of safe lane carry, I do agree. But if he has the first level on Tombstone already on level 2, maybe they want to go like a level 3 timing and go aggressive against the Disruptor.
Yep.
Well, or
You can tell their plan by the facet on Shadow Shaman. Like he has a chicken finger, so their plan is to like drop everything on this gyro and like not let him deal with the Tombstone, which I feel like is correct choice so far. But we'll see how it ends out.
Not a good glimpse there. I think this is going to be
not dying. The zombies are dying to the flag cannon, but SC, he chooses a top side to kind of avoid Kaori. Yayo will pick up the Lotus, and SC is in a bit of like a lost land. Meanwhile, on the top lane, another fight for Lotus. Nefrit will win this, so no kills so far, and 1-for-1 Lotus trade.
Yeah, for now, the more time it passes and the more levels the Pipsqueak lineup gets, it's going to get harder and harder for Zero Tenacity to deal in this safe lane. Especially because Disruptor used the glimpse too aggressively against the Undying. He almost
he has a level 2
that.
glimpse. He might look for a defensive play here. Is the level 2 Rocket Barrage? That's gonna be insane amount of damage. Lotus is ready, so Yayo with the stick charge should be fine for now. Got really harassed, but Kaori back a punch. He's not afraid. 1-4-2-3, 1 HP, has to use the stick. Everybody's getting so low, so they're gonna continue to play. Glimpse is off cooldown, 2 seconds. Mango ready, Glimpse is gonna come back. Is this our first blood? Yes, for sure. With 4-3, having enough HP, they finish around Kaori. A very much needed kill. The pressure was started to ramp up on this bottom lane by Pipsqueak, as you said, but it ends up with the Gyrocopter 4-3 getting first blood.
Yeah, Disruptor too strong. Like that glimpse is just takes him out of position. Meanwhile, in the top lane, GC tried to go on Kidaro, but the damage is just not there. The crowd control is not there as well.
Just a very nice dispel by Kidaro. He just dispels the slow from the Phoenix dive. That really helped. In terms of last hits, you were saying?
Yeah, in terms of last hits, the Luna is having a better time than the Gyrocopter. Well, Gyrocopter got the first blood, so you know the damage has been mitigated there. They're gonna get the revenge kill on the Disruptor for Yayo. So, economy back to normal, so to speak. We're really close to...
Yeah, go ahead, sorry. We're closer to level 6?
For Rubik, yeah. Which is gonna hit that later than the Queen of Pain, so... He's going to steal a Shadow Strike, I believe, and then it's going to be really hard for Queen of Pain to deal with that. Okay, we see Kaori got scouted or something like that. There's a glimpse still available. Can Queen of Pain...
He's gonna turn it around.
Queen of Pain doesn't have a blink.
He lets it, but nice Sonic Wave by Queen of Pain. Mirage had a stick charges and a fairy fire. He's gonna live for a bit. Now GZ comes. 6 minutes through, he's gonna spawn. He's gonna be top invis, XME in problem. He has no mana, stick charges in 2, he gets it off. He just gets enough mana, he's gonna get the invis rune. So not the best rune, but you will gladly take it. Maybe some more tangos coming from this Naga, and Kari will finally die to this glimpse. And his ward, I think it got spotted. So at the end of the day, power rune for Zero Tenacity, but a kill for this power rune for Pipsqueak+4, but a kill for Zero Tenacity and a D ward. Very important when it comes to this first night time on the mid.
Okay, so Rubik just stole the blink. Not much of a harassment tool there. If he wants to move around. Well, minute 7, we don't see any aggressive play, which is a little bit weird, especially having such an aggressive lineup for Pipsqueak+4.
It's just both teams use so much resource for the 6-minute rune that both of the mid laners kind of had to like kind of reset and come back to mid. So without them being active, it's just gonna be 1-for-1 trade. Post force and top lane. There is a bit of aggression. Eclipse comes out. Jeezy tries to tank it, but it's not gonna be enough. And quick kill for Nanda. This time around, he is the one killing the enemy offlaner and not dying. And this
Bot
Luna
lane
is
once
off to
again
great
against
start.
Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter might it's getting gone here. Kaori just one more hit. Jayo getting it. SE dying as well. He tried to get the tombstone, but it's not enough. Oh, okay.
Nice raindrop. He's gonna live for a second, and Kaori is gonna have to finish the job. Easy last hit. Yeah.
I wanted to say space created, but the carry is dead, so it was just waiting. He was just wasting time.
He tried his best, and 8 minutes rune, we'll see. Both of the mid laners trying for top rune, but X and E will have to give up here. At least Kidara makes it so. Ooh! The Sonic Wave! Actually, X and E gets the kill now. Just gonna TP out. Jeez, he cannot do anything about it. I did not see it coming. I was like, the rune, it gets stolen. Cannot get it to Rubik. Sad, but then at the end of the day, X and E, they're showing me I'm a Queen of player. I know the limits. Gets the kill, gets out.
Yeah, there's a really. I mean, Queen of Pain is always going to be a lane dominator. Rubik is such a squishy hero as well. He stole the. Oh, wait, here on the bottom lane. We're going against the Gyrocopter here. Gyrocopter can survive. Kidaro may be the next to fall. The Tombstone is getting dealt with. We're gonna get the kill, the Shadow Shaman as well, 2 for 0. A lot of rotations here from Zero Tenacity, but at least they help the Gyrocopter survive. They got the 2 kills as well.
That's a 3 kills. The Dirge also died. It's his innate ability that made him respawn immediately. So I thought that was gonna do well for the Pipsqueak+4, and the top Nande again trying for this solo kill. X and E is here, blinking one, just blinks in and gets this Centaur. You know, the Centaur is not having as good of a game as last time that he was on the other side. So, and Nande, another assist, another involvement, like very active on this Luna early. You'd love to see it. And on the bottom, I thought this aggression would be much better for Pipsqueak with this Undying level 7, but it turns out Mirage and the boys were just ready.
Yeah, and both the offlaners having a really tough time, right? Jayo at least got a kill out of it, but Centaur is, you know, he is a tanky boy either way, but
10-minute rule. It's gonna be top region for Kidara, so once again I think second time in a row, glimpse on Kidara. Region is cancelled fully. He should be easily dying here, and Mirage comes in and says kill secured. Easy. Another one for the Rubik, and they might try to turn this into mid-pressure. Helm is ready on the Centaur, 4 heroes already here, why not? I don't think Pipsqueak+4 can do a lot about it, but as I said, Kaori coming in, getting lifted. Is there gonna be any TPs? Glyph comes out, but for now they're letting him die. Kaori, Kidara TPs, fear position, Stomp comes out. Kinetic field, Kidara presses the Illus, but the egg drops and it's just another kill. A very weird sequence of Pipsqueak+4. It feels like they were not on the same page here as supports and cores. Supports like kinda giving their lives away like a bonus skills on top of this tower, while cores were not interested in joining. That's gonna be 3 kills and a tower, considering Kidara died twice.
Yeah, Kidara just died too close to home. Okay, Tombstone being used right now, but you know the Stampede makes everything easier. Phoenix dying just to, well, just out of position a little bit, just like
I,
a consolation prize for Pipsqueak after losing the tier 1 tower in mid.
Radiant are scanning.
he kind of tanked the death for Rubik. Rubik got caught by Undying. Looked really scary, but you gotta remember this Stampede global ability that really helps you out against these massive slows like Undying one. Like he basically just all he does in terms of control is slowing people with the tombstone with the ultimate. And nice ward trap by Kari. Checker will come out, static storm right after. Aya is around here in a lot of trouble on Kari.
Nice games.
Glimpse will come. Do they have enough damage?
Dire are scanning.
The Fall Chicken is still active, so it's not even gonna activate and he will be fine. After 3 ultimates used, nobody dies.
Rubik's still hugging that mid lane. Maybe he wants to finish the Spirit Vessel before
Are
rotating.
scanning.
Queen of Pain already ganked twice, going for the Blade Mail build. Still, I mean, I think Nande has had a better lane than last game, and he's been stacking that safe lane Ancient Camp, so he checks that box on your good carry conditions, and he already has the Mask of Madness really close to that Manta as well. I mean, he's still like a couple of thousand gold away, but it's like minute 13, so it's really
He's
fast.
quite huge, but as we say, are we gonna jinx him? Disruptor, SE using the gate, smoke from mid lane on Xani and Kaori. There is a ward on Disruptor, but Nande is fast to fall back, so at least for now he's safe and he has his team timing. Kidaro, net comes out, Egg is ready, but there's not gonna be a chance to use it. Quick hacks with Xani jumping, it's an easy kill, and they wanna look for more. Now that Phoenix is dead, the big part of this team fight on the
Killed.
Dire side is gone, but for now nothing else will happen, and they'll just go back to the bottom lane on the side of Zero Test.
If you lose your Phoenix, that's really a deterrent to try to get that tier 1
Dire's
tower
middle
on
tower is under
the
attack.
safe lane. And meanwhile, Nandis just continue farming. So Gyrocopter lost like a solid 30 seconds there of farm. He is a little a little behind, 1.1k behind of Luna, and Luna can farm a little bit faster the Gyrocopter. But well, I like the Gyrocopter one for the Chrysalis for his second item, so at least he's going to not fall behind as fast to Luna.
Kari, very interesting play, pretending he's an illusion. Nobody suspects anything. Okay, bye bye, Ilus, 2 Ilus, Nephi says there's just 2 Ilus now. He's coming back around. Kari, a very cheeky play. He's in a very good position, but he needs more to come. And gate used by Disruptor and Gyro, but they're underneath this ward. Pipsqueak knows everything that's gonna happen. Nanda is in trouble still. He needs to be aware of this glimpse. Oh, Disruptor's gonna get caught because of the ward. Still drops the static storm, Stampede coming in. They really wanna take advantage, but Kidaro now with the sleep resets everything. Tombstone is tanking these zombies. Yeo is in the position. Sonic Wave comes out with the Blade Mail on Undying. They're just gonna delete 4 to 3. Everybody else has to get out, and a perfect fight for Pipsqueak. This ward, you see it on the gate as Jesus is getting chased? It's
Yes.
very
Dire's
deep on the
structures
gate.
are
Sentry is there, so it's a false
Radiant
information for Zero
structures are
Tenacity that
fortified. Radiant's
they don't see
top
us,
tower is
but
under attack.
Pipsqueak, in possession of all the info, makes a perfect read and gets
Radiant's
the
top
double kill.
tower has fallen.
Kaori also dropped his Mass Serpent wards and took the most of the health of the tier 1 tower on the offlane there. So they got the tower, they get the team fight, and the economy is once again balanced. A little bit, on the side of Pipsqueak, since the Luna has been having a great game so far. He already has his Manta ready, going for the Aghanim Scepter build like we were mentioning on draft. And this is, I mean, I don't think Luna is going to have as big of an impact that like a Sven can do in terms of, because of the god strength. but it's still looking really good in terms of 5-on-5 fights, especially because this Rubik, he has been doing his rotation, he has been participating on fights, but the pressure and the impact that Queen of Pain is having is bigger, I think, especially because he's also 1k ahead in terms of gold.
We did hype Rubik a lot, but he has not been delivering so far. And one thing that we didn't mention is like this Luna. Yeah, you think like, oh, Rubik versus Luna, you either still Eclipse or even a Lucent Beam is good, but Nande has been very like kind of conscious about it. Every time he presses like a spell, he instantly presses W after, and Rubik ends up having this useless orbs around him. So Rubik, for now, at least in these 70 minutes, kind of struggling to find this big impact. He's 3-1-1, which is an okay KDA, but you can't escape this feeling you want more from.
Yeah, I completely agree. Oh, there's the TP coming up. Can they get someone out of here? There's the Glimpse. Oh, no Glimpse. The Sonic Wave gets the kill. Unstoppable for next to me.
Again, the vision on the side of Pipsqueak. It was all set up by these wards. Like they see everything the Zero Tenacity wants to do. Wards right in front of the tower, skulls this rotation, X and E. It's very easy for the cores to work with this information to get another kill, another tower. So I think for me so far MVP of the Pipsqueak game 2 is the vision and the support.
Yeah, well, supports are in charge of the early game, and those wards, like you were mentioning, they're like two unconventional ward placements, to be honest, because when you're placing a ward, you really want to have as big as possible of a range of vision there, but just with that sliver of vision that observer ward gives next to their offlane tower, it was just enough. Also, that ward next to the really close to the Tormentor was enough. So they really know when to prioritize, because it's not about positioning the wards when you feel you're going to be, or just positioning the wards to where everyone place them. Just you need to the wards in the places of the map that your team is going to be pressuring, or your team needs to defend, right?
Nande is gonna get caught. Do they have enough damage? Static Storm will fall. Rubik has the Scream of Pain. They open on the Nande. They're gonna use everything. We're not watching it right on the screen, but on the top right we can see him being low and he just dies. They drop everything, he dies. Sleep comes out. It will sleep all
they're
three
gonna
of
pay.
them. Thompson drops. They see everybody. Stampede comes out. Can they kite a bit? Mirage very low. Essence Ring 2. He has telekinesis the second, but he should still be dying. Gets one with him into the grave. Hidaro dies too, so at the end of the day, a very good trade for Zero Tenacity.
Yeah, I mean, really a great play from Yayo, just using his body to body block the Stampede, because Rubik couldn't get out because of the beefy Undying that was just right in front of him. So they managed to get the trade really nice there. This is the first death, I believe, for Nande. Yeah, first death.
Same as us, they were feeling on Zero Tenacity. They were clicking on this Luna on his level and his items. They're like, guys, we need kill Luna once. If we not kill Luna, it's gonna be big trouble. As we see Kaori shackle the Helm creep from GZ. Something that we didn't mention. The Phoenix boss 4 is building a Helm of Dominator. Not something you see every day.
Yeah, well, I just came from Pudge position 4 with Helm of Dominator.
I mean, I can see that. The Valkyne tornado into a hook, like it's just next level. As we see Smoke, 2-man Smoke, Kaori and X and E together, they can almost kill anyone. Blink reveal from Kaori, gonna get the Hex, gonna get the Shackle. Easy kill on GZ. Helm of Dominator doesn't help there. So a nice rotation. Can they move to the Wisdom Shrine? Means for now, like they do X and E blinks in, and they'll take one. Meantime, SE will take theirs. So 1 for 1, and now they can probably go for Tormentor, unless they feel like they can be more
Radiant's
aggressive.
top
Kidara
tower
pings
is
it out,
under
but
attack.
it doesn't seem like they're very interested in it so far. They feel like they are just strong enough to punish the enemy instead of using time to take Tormentor down.
Well, right now it's just taking towers time.
Radiant structures
Kaori
are
really
fortified.
likes to go for the Master Serpent wards like
middle
blindly basically. Oh, wait. What are we doing here? Sonic Wave comes in, the Stampede. Also, oh, beautiful stomp from the center right there. And this is the YouTube highlight. You know, every
That's
single ultimate being thrown there. Nice 2 kills, big impact kill on the Queen of Pain. Defending the tier 1 tower.
Symphony of skills. Now Pipsqueak is saying, guys, we should have just gone for Tormentor. You know, they kind of dropped all the lead on this mid dive. Rubik, Mirage gets caught. Nande is here with Axe after he drops it down. It should be more than enough damage. No, he's staying alive. Yeo comes in, so they're gonna take a fight here on 0 Tenacity. But I'm not sure if that's the smartest idea with Mirage being dead. They're gonna try to run away.
Oh, Disruptor is being offered to the gods here.
It's not too bad, but guess what? He died right next to the rush pit with Yeo's ultimate being popped, bonus damage onto the rush, and Luna should be a pretty quick one. Let's see if 0 Tenacity wants to have something to do with it. But 3 versus 5, being better not.
They also don't have the ultimates to deal with it. Like you were mentioning, Phoenix is the king of the rush pit, but it's super null with 45 seconds out. So this is going to be a free Roche, which I don't think the Aegis is going to. Maybe if the Queen of Pain takes it, yeah. So maybe now Queen of Pain can make more aggressive plays. He's really beefy as well with the Gaia Sun's ready and the Blade Mail, going for the Aghanim Scepter. And well, Rubik just got his Aghanim Scepter as well, so he has a little bit more of versatility. Because you basically take the Aghanim Scepter because you want to. Be spamming
mid.
more.
They see Queen of stun.
Yes.
Queen of Pain will tank the Static Storm. But Kidaro with the sleep, it's not gonna be enough to save him. So we trade Static Storm for the Aegis. Sleep is down. Glimpse is here still. 2 seconds. 1 second. Is there gonna be a glimpse? There is a vision.
No, it's on cooldown. It's on cooldown.
It's still on cooldown.
It's on cooldown.
Glimpse.
Like 15 seconds. Oh, the Aghanim Scepter of the Luna immediately.
But the stolen blink, he just escapes and there's TP's bottom. He wants to even make aggressive play on his own. Pings out the Shadow Shaman, blinking 1. He's gonna catch the Shadow Shaman for a bit. Uses the Shadow Strike. This is Queen of Pain on our team now. He jumps in, lift, with the Shadow Strike. It will be very hard for Kari to escape. Will he die in base? No glimpse here. Oh my god, that was very clutch. A very last moment glimpse.
And that's Rubik with Aghanim Scepter for you. Like he just, stole the blink, keeps it as a free blink dagger, and
I feel
just goes.
This is the reason you picked the Rubik into Queen of Pain. Kind of try to build, like you get the vessel, so you kind of counter the spell lifesteal from Queen of Pain, and then on top of that, once you get Aghanims, you steal both of these spells. You get the Octarine from your level 15 talent. Now you're ready to go. This is the timing for the side of 0 Tenacity, and they'll say, yes, this is our timing. We're gonna go make a smoke play, try to roll 3 seconds. Can they get this Tormentor in time? Yeah, they do. I wonder when it was gonna switch houses,
Huge.
Very close.
Yeah, it's huge that also the Nagasaren got the shard. So the HP region is going to be great here.
Radiant are
For the
One of the better
reset button.
shards. Rubik is gonna spot someone. Smoke breaks. Now this XME gets the Shadow Strike. Stomp from the Centaur. Static Storm is not there, but Glimpse is just gonna be in time. Sonic Wave is not gonna help you. This Queen of Pain, I feel like this Aegis jinxed him. Basically, like ever since he got the Aegis, like he kind of started playing a little bit different, which sometimes tends to happen. You start to be more aggressive, and he lost the Aegis for free basically, and now he hits the deck once again.
Yeah, Rubik basically saying, I'm the Queen of Pain now. Like just blinking in, Shadow
Look at
Strike.
me.
Oh, he gets one more
the
kill for it. He gets one more kill
Mirror.
for it.
that's gonna be an easy kill. As we know, the Shadow Strike with the Agnes, when it gets dispelled, it blows up. So this mirror image is not gonna help you.
We know that our Arcane Supremacy, amplifies for 26% the damage of the spell. So if you get a Queen Nagadim Scepter, and if he manages to steal the Eclipse, that might kill really easily the two supports, or even kill the Luna herself. There's
He buys the Blink Dagger, every man's dream. Now he has 2 blinks. I think if you ever played like with these spells, it's like a dream come true. But he's gonna be caught in a second. If he's not getting Kari with the jump in, Eclipse comes down. Shackle, do they have enough damage? There's gonna be a stampede, not in time to help him. Kari, Glimpse is ready, but with Rubik dead, I don't think you wanna take this fight. He was way too greedy. This last creep on the wave, just kill them. And with Rubik, Rubik reminds me of a Slark in a way. When you play a Slark and you have like build-up stacks, and once you die, you feel so sad. Same with Rubik. Like you had these spells stolen. It was like perfect Blink and Dagger, but now you die and you have to get them again, and it's not so easy.
Yeah, it is really hard. That's why normally Rubik builds a lot of mobility. So he has a Blink Dagger. I believe he's going for an Octarine Core later on. It gives him a little bit more of raw HP, so that helps him survive. Obviously, that's not the ideal scenario to be caught in against 5 and tanking everything, but he did manage to survive a lot of time there. They almost
Meanwhile,
Eclipse was needed.
Zero Tenacity wants to get a go. They jump. Yeah, is very tanky. He has a pipe lane mill, not the best target, but they're still gonna commit. He lost half of his HP. Gets claimed. Should be an easy kill. Doesn't have Disease as Dirge. Oh, he does. He respawns instantly. So he can join the fight, but Pipsqueak doesn't want to have anything with it. With no Undying there, they just want to kind of delay it. But XNE gets caught. Eclipse? Is this a stolen Eclipse or the Luna Eclipse? We don't know, but Glimpse will come for SC, and Kari will kind of die for his Queen of Pain getting caught. So a little bit of a misunderstanding on the side of Pipsqueak. Some of them wanted to get out, some of them wanted to stay fight, and they will pay with the +4 Shadow Shaman.
It was a bit of a zoning Eclipse, so now that they don't have Eclipse, this is the opportunity for Zero Tenacity to try to get this tier 2 tower in the mid lane.
I think the strength of this Luna is this like level 15 talent or level 20 where the Eclipse minus 40-second cooldown, so the downtime is almost not there. But as we see, 20 seconds, he's gonna have it again. Butterfly is closing on, so once the Shadow Shaman gets up and the Butterfly gets picked up, I think that will be probably the goal time for the side of Pipsqueak, especially if Queen of Pain finished the BKB. I think these are 2 items that they really want to play with.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, this not only the level 15 talent, but the level 20 talent with plus 110 losing beam damage. That just makes your Eclipse really a burst that you have. Okay, Rubik has Hex, so the lockdown here is going to be insane. They get the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. Really aggressive movement here from Pipsqueak, like invading the enemy's triangle.
They just know where the enemy is, so they are trading a map, trading the vision, kinda 50-50, and 4-3 is gonna say you wanna take our map, we'll take your base. Forcing the glyph so far, nobody's coming back. Hidaro with the TP, but 4-3, he's calling the bluff. He says nobody's showing yet. Me with Satanic, I can force this. Now he's still there, and Pipsqueak is making a big grab around. Couple of scans dropped by the Dire, not by the Radiant. Kari coming into the hill. Smoke breaks, it blinks in. There's a Hex. They're gonna break Disruptor before anything. Egg drops. Can they protect it? Yes, they do. 4-3 with Satanic BKB. He can live through all of this so far. Where's the Luna? Luna comes in. BKB kills the 4-3 with the Sonic Wave. And the Sleep is healing all of them, so they get 2 big kills. Kari brought back. They're gonna chase Mirage. Do they have what it takes to kill him? 3 dead so far for Zero Tenacity, and Mirage should be hitting the deck. Perfect fight for X and E and Pipsqueak. Kaori coming in, bursting the Disruptor. Phoenix dies too, so the full team bite for 1 buyback of Shadow Shaman. Perfect wraparound by Pipsqueak.
Yeah, it was you know, the wraparound was perfect. They just got the Disruptor. They got the Phoenix. Phoenix is forced to pop the egg really early. The Gyrocopter also gets forced to pop the Satanic really early. Then the Queen of Pain waits for the exact moment where the Satanic buff goes out, blinks in, Blade Mail out, Sonic Wave kills the Gyrocopter, and then there's no more damage. And that's something that really happens a lot when you're playing with one of those big hard carries that are big in late game. They're mostly always the sole damage dealer of the team. So if you can protect him, and if he can, you know, deal his damage, and if he dies, you have no more damage left. So your team just dies really easily after that. And in this case, in terms of Pipsqueak's lineup, yes, they do have the Luna. She is the main damage dealer, but you also have a Queen of Pain. Like, the Queen of Pain just showed us like she can deal the damage if Luna is, you know, not in the correct position.
Even after all this time, like 4 or 5 months of Queen of Pain meta, like I always get surprised. Like I always kind of get caught off guard, like how much damage does this Sonic Wave do, like in a fight? And it's only gonna get worse for Zero Tenacity with Queen of Pain. Aiming for the Shivas, possibly Refresher right after. She just like does so much in this team fight. So as you said, you control the Luna, there's still Queen of Pain, and with the sleep, it's very hard to get a burst on one of these heroes without them getting their spells off. And now it's gonna be even harder again. Don't fix what's not broken. Pipsqueak smokes, tries to get the invasion there. Goes the Eclipse, kind of whiffs, but SE blinks right into it. And it's gonna again start the same. Easy free kill, Queen of Pain pops the BKB. Trying to force block, Kaori jumps in with the hack, Satanic is there. 1 HP, BKB Satanic, 4-3 trying to fight up. There's a mad fight between Nando and 4-3. She's still living on 4-3. He's still alive, but no BKB, no Satanic. He should be dying very soon. X and he blinks in, finishes off the Gyrocopter. Mirage will be next. Not enough heals, not enough Satanics. Hidaro with the sleep kind of makes the difference there. Another catch for Kaori, 4-man down, and we watch a rinse and repeat of last fight basically. There's just too much for the Zero Tenacity to handle. The sleep with the shard. Everybody pops the BKB, you're manning up, but one team has like 5% HP regen. It's just too much. This is why Naga won the TI.
Yeah, it is way too much regen. The reset button was perfect as well. I do believe like maybe in the last game Nando was the MVP because he just took the game over with Sven. But I think this Queen of Pain is, you know, the MVP of this game for Pipsqueak because she just blinked in, she didn't care, popped up the blocking bar, goes for the Gyrocopter. It was just the Queen of Pain against 4 heroes, and those 4 heroes didn't do anything against her. And then even though the Rubik manages to steal the Sonic Wave and use it really beautifully, the damage wasn't there. Like the spell life steal was too much, and even without an Eclipse, because Luna used it to zone the Centaur, the damage was there because of the Queen of Pain. And you know what I was just speaking about happened, and Gyrocopter dies, there's no more damage, everyone is dead.
Yeah, it feels like Gyrocopter is kind of on the island here with the Rubik Centaurs, 2 other cores. Jeezy, that's just his creep. Talks a bit. 4-man smoke, they don't want to wait for Pipsqueak to get this Rosh and to siege the base. They want to try to surprise them and take this one last fight, and you cannot play them. They're gonna go for a very wide angle, so more likely than not they will surprise Pipsqueak. Rosh roars,
this is great.
smoke.
This is great. They make Rosh roar. Yeah,
roar into smoke, and they're gonna go for surprising. It's like Hidaro. This is the best possible target. If he's smoke breaking, I think they know exactly where the Zero Tenacity is. Hidaro has to pop the sleep. very defensively, finds all of them. Tombstone for the vision. Who gets the initiation? Kidara gets refresher, and the clips drops, and the blinks inside. Kari with the BKB, he's focusing everything down. The egg drops, can they kill it? They're gonna try. Blink in from Queen of Pain, the egg dies with another sleep. 4-3, Satanic BKB. Does he have enough damage? He's chasing the Nande down. Static Storm drops, so Nande is getting low, but 4-3, no BKB, no Satanic left. It should be more than enough for him to die. Nefrit is kind of fighting alone against everybody. Disruptor dies, Nefrit dies. Everybody is dead basically on the side of Zero Tenacity for this one little Shadow Shaman. XNE is gonna even chase through the
Phoenix dieback.
Mirage. He will try what he can do,
He
but
got the
GG
Luna.
will be cold. He kills a couple of them, but just for the bitter end. GG, lost in the woods are you, says Nande. GG, just like that. Zero Tenacity did have a very good last try, but 20k down at 30 minutes, it just seems a little bit too much to handle.
It was just way too much. The Queen of Pain dominated the lane, dominated the game for himself. The Naga Siren just showed why that pick won TI with the reset buttons every single time. I mean, we hyped the Rubik a lot, and I believe Mirage is obviously a good player, but just the pick didn't feel he got a little bit of pickoffs once he got the Aghanim Scepter, but after that his impact in the game wasn't really as much. Gyrocopter being the sole damage dealer, and then Pipsqueak said, okay, if the only one hitting us and with the possibility of killing us is just Gyrocopter, we just jump Gyrocopter. You can't defend him. We kill him. You have no more damage. We win the team fights. And I mean, if this game went the distance, Pipsqueak still had the better lineup for it.
Yeah, at some point it was really hard to find the silver lining in this, as you said, in the Zero Tenacity lineup. Like too many semi-cores in a way, and the early game didn't really go snowbally. Like Rubik did show the glimpses of like strength, like being the Queen of Pain in the mid game. He was kind of pulling his team back, but overall, like just more well-rounded lineup from Pipsqueak proved too strong. And who's your MVP of this game?
Queen of Pain. XNE played a beautiful game from early stages, and then knowing where to position himself. And I think there's something that really good players evolve into, is that knowing when you are strong enough to go against more than one hero, right? So I think it was the second fight that they wiped them. It was the Queen of Pain just blinking in, activating BKB, knowing there was nothing they could do against her, going for the Gyrocopter, bringing him low. She even pushes him away with the Sonic Wave. Gyrocopter was like 1 HP, activating the Satanic, and once the Satanic was down, there was nothing more they could do. And I think that's because Queen of Pain knew her limits, and that's also something we saw on one play in the mid lane when she just Sonic Waved the Rubik and knew there was only a Phoenix around, gets the kill, TP's out. So yeah, I gave it to XNE.
Yeah, I agree. Like he definitely surprised us a few times with the reads. Even as observers, we couldn't see that the damage will be there. But that's why I want to say they pay him big bucks, but they are still unsponsored. They're still unsponsored, and they're one series away from qualifying for DreamLeague season 27. So if there's anyone else, anyone interested in these guys, please contact them. They're playing very well, and also shout out to their supporters. The vision this game was really nice. And on the other stream we have Avalus leading 1-0 currently in the game too. So winner between Avalus and Mouse will be fighting for this last shot against Pipsqueak. So catch that one later, and so that will be all from us for this series. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you enjoy the final showdown between Pipsqueak and a winner from Avalus Mouse.
holding on, can't get enough. Wanna be closer to you. Closer to you, yeah. Want you to be all mine. Oh, yeah. Got all these choices, but I so made up my mind. There's nobody better. Gotta be you. Got to be you. Voices, 'cause it's so good to be alive. Yeah. There's nobody better, so it's gotta be you. Yeah. It's gotta be you. Gotta be you. Gotta be you. Gotta be you. Yeah. Gotta be you. Oh. It's gotta be you. Yeah. These choices, but I so made up my mind. Nobody better. Gotta be you. Oh, it's got to be you. Voices, 'cause it's so good to be alive. Yeah. There's nobody better, so it's gotta be you. Hey. Nobody else, no. It's gotta be you.
I want music, good music playing and dancing to the groove, and I want sing at the top of my lungs. The evening has just begun. Hips are swinging and feet are stomping.
Happy people gather around.
We will party all night long. This will be magic night to remember. A joyful celebration for a whole new generation. This will be magic night to have together. No more limitation. United as one nation. I want
Keep on moving.
keep on moving. The sweat is dripping. I want
Oh, shake it.
shake it to the beat of the drum. No need for hesitation.